That's it.
From Rate Field on the south side of Chicago, we've got baseball on the show. It's the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the Chicago White Sox. First pitch coming at you right after the break. So just about set and towing the slab in this one, Martin Perez.
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand, and because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch, and before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
All right, ready to get underway. Here's the veteran outfielder, George Springer. Hammers that one deep left field, and forget it. The first batter of the game leaves the yard. Just like that, they move in front. It's 1-0. He ambushed him right there, Siggy.
Yeah, swinging on that first pitch, and I think losing one over the fence is exactly what he had in mind as well. Oh, so much for settling into this game, Boog. No courtesy first pitch take right there. He was ready from the second he stepped into the box, got a pitch to hit, jumped all over it. I tell you what, that'll fire up the guys in your dugout.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. The other way. Vaughn takes it himself. One out in the top of the first. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. And the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have success against the sinker ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog, and even harder to elevate. Got to set your sights a little bit higher when you're at the dish. They're struggling with it. I'd expect them to make some type of adjustment. It won't take long to see how well that sinker is working today.
Next offering is fouled back.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
Foul ball still 0-2.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
And right back to the mound. 2 down.
Oh. Batting fourth, first baseman Vladimir Guerrero
2 down,
Jr.
base is empty. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Vladdy needs just one hit to reach 200 for the season. 2 down, nobody on. Swinging a foul straight back.
Pretty impressive the year he's put together. 200 hits doesn't happen by accident, and there are some years nobody reaches 200 at all. Props to him for getting this far.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr., that swing so reminiscent of his dad. Lots of pop. Fouls it off, still 1-2. 2 outs, base is empty. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's now a 1-0 ball game. Back after this on the show. Back here on the south side, and today's starting pitcher, Kevin Gausman.
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, it's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat, otherwise it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
That one finds the zone. And the count 1-2.
See if he can go upstairs a little bit. Make sure you miss up and out of the zone since you're heading the count 1-2. Don't miss in the zone because that's where you can get hurt.
Breaking ball inside. And now it's 3-2.
Good slider down and in can be so hard to get on plane with. You're better off taking that pitch.
And that one lifted in the air, center field. One down. Time to check out the lineup for the White Sox. Already trailing by a run in this one. They'll be looking to get on the scoreboard early on as well.
Well, it's just the one run, so not too big a hill to climb. But, yeah, if they can answer back in this inning or at least in the next couple, that'll maybe settle everyone into this ball game, and that includes their own starter on the mound.
And first offering is fouled off. Gosman, in his 11th season, he features a four-seam fastball, a splitter, a slider, and he works in a sinker. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and the defense comes away with nothing.
Batting third.
Now it's Andrew Benintendi to hit.
Benintendi.
There's the strike. Man at first, one away. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Swing and a miss. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
Batting fourth.
Andrew Vaughn now.
First baseman, Andrew Vaughn.
On the ground to third. Clement over to first. That ends the inning. So one left for the White Sox. They're down 1-0. Here on the south side, second inning set to go. And now the DH, Will Wagner. Perez back to work. And that one a little below the knees. Ball one. Sliced hard but foul.
Well, not only can Perez pitch, but he can also sing. Remember, he performed the national anthem for Team Venezuela leading up to the World Baseball Classic? If you watch that video, you'll see how much that moment meant to him.
And that's a strikeout looking. That was pretty nasty. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Foul ball there. One out, bases empty. And a foul ball. That's a laser base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single.
Batting seventh, second baseman, Andres Jimenez.
Here's Andres Jimenez. Just missed. Kirk leads off first with one away. And that is out of play. Roll to short, could be two. Off balance feed, there's one. And that's all they'll get.
Batting eighth, third baseman, Ernie Clement.
And now for the Jays, Ernie Clement.
This is a great dynamic right here. Speedy runner at first, thinking about taking second. Catcher with the pop time that leaves Jaws on the floor. This might get interesting, Boo.
And that's in there for strike one. Here goes the runner. There's the ball. Throw. Save. Chris, his wheels were the difference maker on that play. Just got in there.
Yeah, with StatCast's help, we see his top speed on this stolen base, and that's a big number. I mean, man, he really made his athleticism work for him on that one.
To the right side, and that one handled. Third out, and that ends the frame. One left for Toronto, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's the third baseman, Josh Rojas. There's the strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Patrick Johnson calling the balls and strikes.
Pretty standard zone for Johnson. Sometimes he might get a little jumpy, a little excited and expand the zone, but usually you at least feel like the pitcher on the mound is earning it. And that's important because you got to make players earn it.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Swung on, popped up on the infield. Bichette. And there's one down.
Batting 6th, second baseman, Lenny Sosa.
And here is Sosa to the plate. And that one fouled off. That misses the zone. 1-2 the count. Just misses the mark outside the zone.
Just not taking the bait right there, but a good pitch with 2 strikes.
That one misses, and now it's 3-2. Lifted in the air, right field. Jimenez makes the grab, and there's 2 gone.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
Next is the designated hitter, Miguel Vargas. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
0-1.
Oh, can't get out of the way of the fastball, and that's going to sting.
Batting 8th, the
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Brooks Baldwin. And that one upstairs, ball 1. Tying run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. That one's in there, and it's 1-1. And downstairs. Gosman throws over. Ow! They got him, and that will end the inning. Nothing doing for the White Sox. Still behind by a count of 1-0. On to the third inning. And now for the Jays, Nathan Lucas.
Nathan Lucas.
Swing and a foul straight back.
That's a ball.
That one the other way. Makes the grab, one down.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Blue Jays lineup, and it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. He's already homered in this game. That one catches the corner.
0-1's the count.
Next pitch misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
Now batting, shortstop Bo Bichette.
Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. Snap throw to first. And Springer's in there safely. And a swing and a miss there.
0-1.
Next pitch is outside. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way, so credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Anthony Santander at the plate. And first offering is fouled off. Springer on the run. Strike in there.
0-2.
Transfer bobbled, and there's no throw. The 0-2. Next offering misses down and away. Springer at second with 2 down. Just off the outside part of the plate.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
2 low, and it's ball 3.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. on deck for the Blue Jays. Fouled off again, and it remains 3-2. Runner at second, 2 down. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. And a swing and a miss, and that's that. Blue Jays held in set for the bottom of the 3rd. Now it's the shortstop, Brooks Baldwin. First pitch just misses. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Up the middle. Jimenez throw to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting 9th, catcher Corey.
Here's Corey Lee. delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Inside, just missed. Next offering is down low. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Mike.
So the lineup flips over, and now the right fielder, Mike Tauchman, 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. Pitch misses inside, and that's ball 1. Headed towards the corner, and that is a foul ball. Just missed. That's outside. 3 balls and a strike. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day 1.
And now it's Luis Robert. Reached on an infield single his first time. Yeah, that's fouled off. Makes a sliding stop. Goes to second with it. It's there, and that's a great play. The White Sox lead 1. They still trail 1-0. Back at right field, here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
Inside, just missed.
Well, these Blue Jays doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
A changeup missing, and that's ball 3.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
In for a strike, and it's 3-2.
Got a 4 count.
Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again.
His eyes got big. He saw that changeup way out in front. Better to pull it than to get jammed on something off speed like that.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Now it's the DH, Will Wagner. Wagner goes 5 feet 11 inches, 210 pounds, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. And a breaking ball drops in for a strike.
Generally, second, third time through the lineup, you want to be able to lean on those secondary pitches and command them. Looks like he's doing a nice job of it.
Swing and a miss. Going to count 1 and 2.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Now this is in the air down the line, and that drops foul. Missed with a changeup, and it's 2-2. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along. 2 outs, base is empty. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Alejandro Kirk, 1 for 1 with a single so far. Just missed. And that's in the dirt. Next pitch is inside, and it's 3-0.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
And that's too high, ball 4.
Well, 2-out walks are never good, especially when you're trying to get back into that dugout. But he's still in a good spot. He's just got to refocus and deal with the bottom of this order.
Andres Jimenez will hit next. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time. And that's in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Just missed. Kirk, the runner at first with 2 gone. Ground ball up the middle. A dive. Nice stop. And that's a great play for the out. And we're back. Now the left fielder, Andrew Benintendi. Benintendi, the former first-round pick, Golden Spikes Award winner. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. And there's a foul ball.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
1 ball.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
The 1-2. Swing and a ground ball. And that one gets through into center field. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Now batting first base.
Dominant performance for him today, Boo. Just 2 hits allowed so far. No runs across either. And he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox. Grounded out his first time up. Outside low. And it's 1-0.
Ball 1, no strike.
Fought off foul. White Sox down a run. That one ran inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Lucas sizes this one up, puts it away for the out.
Now batting third baseman Josh Rojas.
Here's Josh Rojas. He popped out his first time. And that one is downstairs. And that is ball 1. Now that's smacked to right center. And it gets by him. Here comes Benintendi around third. He'll score, cut off, throw to third. In there, he's safe.
Comes through with the RBI. Just a beautiful triple from start to finish. Got a pitch he could drive, turned on it, and hammered it out front into the gap. Right out of the box. I love how he was hustling, and I think he knew he was going for 3 as soon as it touched down.
One down, runner at third. And up next for Chicago, Lenny Sosa. Smoked on the ground a second. Fires over to Guerrero. Out number 2, and another run comes in.
So important to really lock in on an at-bat like this. It seems easy with the infield back, but you've got to make sure you put the ball in play. Put it on the ground, brought that run in.
And now, Miguel Vargas. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Base is empty, 2 away, but 2 runs are in. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Next offering is fouled back. 0-2 now. Sets him down on strikes. That was pretty nasty. But 2 runs for him, and they jump ahead. We're headed to the 5th. It's the White Sox 2 and the Blue Jays 1. Back here on the south side. Now here is Ernie Clement. Perez back to work. Fly ball down the line. And that's a foul ball.
Well, these Jays, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
Nathan Lucas getting ready to hit. He's 0 for 1. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. And now the lineup turns over with 1 away.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those spots or things can get away from you awfully quickly.
Back to the top of the lineup. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, George Springer. Just missed. Blue Jays down a run. Outside with a breaking ball.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, you're going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
Swing and a miss. Now 2 balls and a strike.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good. And then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
On the ground, 2 ball. There's 1. On the ball, 2.
Well, the second baseman made that one look easy. Great feed to the shortstop. Shortstop completes the play. They get out of a jam, and they end the inning.
Here on the south side, John Shabby with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Brooks Baldwin. The shortstop takes the ball. Next offering is fouled back. The 1-1 is fouled off. Right-hander kicks, deals. on the ground. Jimenez throw the first. And that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth.
Now batting, catcher Corey Lee.
Now the catcher up to hit, Corey Lee. First time up was a pop out. A little bit high. 1-0. There's a swing and a miss.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter.
Ball,
Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
One down, base is empty. And they'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Good job to fight that one off. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
That's about as nasty of a
Now
splitter as you'll come
right
across,
fielder,
especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Tachman at the plate and takes high there.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
And that one hammered back there. Tattooed to Tater Town and gone. That was blasted to the moon. And they tack on to their lead. It's 3-1. That one just sounded different.
Man, might have been the loudest moment yet. Man, my ears are ringing. I can feel that swing from the booth. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
And now here's the big center fielder, Luis Robert, 1 for 2. That clips a corner. Two outs. Swing and a miss at a slider.
Just a really nice slider down and in there. He wants to get the hitter thinking fastball, speed him up, and just subtract some velocity and add a little movement.
Pitch misses. Now 1-2. Movement in the Blue Jays bullpen. Nick Sandlin preparing to come on if needed. Swanson also throwing. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across. Last half of inning number 5. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. It's now a 3-1 ball game. You're watching Major League Baseball exclusively on the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the top of the 6th. And now the shortstop, Bo Bichette. That's in there. That's strike 1. Hit in the air, center field. Robert sizing this one up. Puts it away for the out.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through 1 more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Santander stands in now and watches strike 1. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top half of the sixth. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Vaughn makes the grab, 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero
So up next
Jr.
for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0 for 2 in this one. He swings and fouls one off. And a foul ball. That's off the mark. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Fights it off. He'll see another. Two down, nobody on. Outside.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And that just misses.
Wow, this guy's really battling up there as if his run is the game-winning run. I love his tenacity.
Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle and a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits
Now
against a
batting,
firm
the
front side.
designated hitter,
And the
Will
hands
Wagner.
just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Martin Perez will depart, and he leaves with the lead after giving them some decent innings. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a moment.
Now pitching for
New
the
pitcher
White
for the
Sox.
White Sox, Cam
Number
Boozer.
71.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Runner at first with 2 away. And now, Will Wagner, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. That one ripped right center field, ranging back. And it hits the base of the wall. Vladdy coming around third. He'll score easily.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Absolutely blasted that one into the gap, but just didn't have quite enough to clear the wall out there. Maybe a little more elevation under it and it carries over, but that's a swing you'll be happy with every time. Chance now to even this game if they can put a ball in play, maybe an error, maybe a hit.
Here's the Toronto catcher, Alejandro Kirk. Line drive, that's a base hit. Coming home. He'll score. It's an RBI single. Back even. It's 3-3.
No waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
And next for Toronto, Andres Jimenez. First offering, and it just misses. In there for a strike at the top of the zone. Kirk leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Good eye right there.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
That one is upstairs.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Ernie Clement in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. So now 3-2 on a line, base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
4 hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball. A chance now to take the lead, and at this point in the game, that could be a deciding run.
And now here is Ernie Clement. And that finds the mark on the outside corner. 0-1. Two on, 2 outs. Out to short. They take the first out. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. So it's 2 runs on 4 hits. No errors and a couple left on. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. All tied up at 3 apiece. Back at right field, here's the left fielder, Andrew Benintendi. Fastball is outside. Action in the pen down there. Jimmy Garcia, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Green getting loose as well. And the 1-0. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
1-1.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Cut out and miss, struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
You too. Andrew Vaughn steps to the plate for the White Sox. First pitch misses. The number 3 overall pick out of Cal for the White Sox in 2019. All tied up here in the bottom of the 6th. In the air, right field. And George makes the grab. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, third baseman, Josh Rojas.
Now here is Josh Rojas. And it's fouled away. Next offering is fouled back. Two outs. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Ball, that's out.
That missed by a lot. 2-2. Struck him out looking. Nothing across here this half. We're through 6 full. All tied up at 3 apiece.
Now pitching for the
White Sox going with a new arm, Gus Varley.
Number 37. Gus Varley.
And now for the Jays, Nathan Lucas.
Leading off for Toronto, center fielder Nathan Lucas.
Ball
Outside,
one, no
that's the ball.
strikes. Varley, 28 years old. And he found his way onto the team after being claimed off waivers. Line drive. And it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Couple of hits in a row for him here.
Now
They
batting,
really turned
right
on that
fielder,
one, and
George
as it
Springer.
hooked down the line, it was hard to tell if it would stay fair, but he just barely sneaked in there. Really important at bat coming up now.
Here's George Springer. He's already homered here in this one. Right side, hard hit. In time to ball. That's the first out in the top of the seventh.
Not a bad outcome in that spot. The runner moves up to third, and now they have a chance to drive in the go-ahead run. It's not a knock, but at the end of the day, it's a good at-bat.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Bo Bichette next up for the Blue Jays. And the first pitch misses for ball one.
Definitely a strikeout situation right here. Lots of ways for that go-ahead run to score if the ball's put in play.
That one
That's
close, ruled a ball. Now 2-0.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
And the slider just misses.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
And ball four, two aboard.
Definitely lost the handle during that sequence. 4 pitches for
Now
the
batting,
walk, and that
left
last
fielder,
one
Anthony
didn't even threaten the
Santander.
zone. Catcher might want to go talk to him.
Here comes Anthony Santander in a big spot. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye.
Oh, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation.
That one misses. That's 5 straight.
Well, he's already in some trouble, and falling behind in the count makes it even worse. Then you've got to throw the ball over more of the plate, and that's where they can really do damage against a guy like this.
With the go-ahead run at third, here in the top half of inning number 7. Two on, one out. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Pretty well struck. Back there. And it one-hops the wall. Bichette around third and headed home. Across is the runner from first. And they lead by 2.
Well, that's a
Up
lonely
next for the
feeling
Blue
for an
Jays,
outfielder.
first
The
baseman,
read wasn't great,
Vladimir
and it
Guerrero
really
Jr.
hurts when it costs your team a run.
Now the White Sox manager is out of the dugout and will make a move to the pen. Gus Varland out of the game, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back.
Now pitching for
New
the
pitcher
White
for the
Sox.
White Sox, Jordan
Number
Leisure.
49.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
And now the Toronto cleanup hitter, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 1 for 3. Outside.
that's out.
Ball 1. Santander leads off second with 1 gone in the inning.
Hey!
And a swing and a miss.
Wow, no fair right there. I mean, that slider didn't move to the very last moment. Incredibly difficult to pick that up. Just kind of have to tip your cap on that pitch.
That one
Two
not
balls, 2
close.
strikes.
And the count now even up. And that skips in the dirt. Still only one out here in the inning. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swings and misses on the fastball up into zone for the strikeout. And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, Will Wagner.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
There's a strike. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. That misses, and it's a ball and a strike.
1-1.
Pulls that one foul. The other way, Rojas sends it to first. They limit the damage here, but they'll pick up a couple runs here, both coming on this 2-run double. It's now 5-3. You're dialed into the show. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th, Jimmy Garcia.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Lenny Sosa steps to the plate for the White Sox.
Second baseman, Lenny Sosa.
Just missed. And there's the strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
A defensive swing right there. Some cheese on the inside part of the plate, but the hands are still stinging after that one.
Got him. And they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
So now it's the White Sox DH, Miguel Vargas. He's 0 for 1. Popped up. Jimenez makes the grab for the 2nd out.
Now batting, shortstop,
So up next for Chicago, Brooks Baldwin. He's grounded out a couple of times. Here's a rip to short, but he's there for the 3rd out. So they make short work of him there. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Blue Jays 5 and the White Sox 3.
now pitching for the
Welcome
White
back,
Sox.
and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Number 64.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Now it's going to be Alejandro Kirk.
Catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Outside low, and the count even 1-1. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Clearly was sitting on a fastball right there. It just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. So up next for Toronto, Andres Jimenez. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offensive side for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Base is empty, one away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there was just no one there to knock it down.
Runner on at first with one gone. And next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. 0 for 3 in this one. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Well, he gets to balls that get by most people at that position. Just really impressive because there are certain times the ball comes off the bat, automatically that team that hit it thinks that they've got a base hit, or they may have extra bases, and he just takes it away.
Little trouble with this one behind the plate. And he'll move up to second, no problem. Should be a pass ball, and that takes away the double play.
This is something that'll happen to him from time to time behind the dish. The defense is a part of his game he's trying to improve, but right there just couldn't squeeze it, and it cost him.
Man at second. He's trying for third. Pitching for a strike. Throw to third. Save.
Wow, that's a pretty elite throwing arm right there from the catcher spot. Pretty daring for him to try to steal third right there, but he gets the bag. Maybe the element of surprise was what came in because he's not used to guys running on him, and right there, stealing third base probably caught him off guard a little bit.
Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Fouled off down the right side. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Ball 4.
Man, that's a tough one to take on the full count, but I guess he saw it really well. It's a really nice plate appearance.
Nathan Lucas.
Runners at the corners here, 1 away. Now the batter now, Nathan Lucas. Clips the corner. That's strike 1.
That's a real nice cutter right there. I mean, this guy can struggle with the inside pitch at times, so I'd say that's pretty effective.
Dives and he can't hang on. Wins the race to the bag, but a run does score in the play.
A lot going on right there. First of all, first baseman making that diving stop. So many times he's looking desperately for the pitcher to feed it to, but he decides to get up and beat that base runner to the bag. Pretty impressive right there.
Just missed. Right through there for a strike. Outside low, 2-1. Foul ball. Man on second, 2 down. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Got him swinging. So a run on 1 hit, no errors, and a man left. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Blue Jays 6 and the White Sox 3. And we're back on to the bottom of the 8th. Now it's the White Sox catcher, Corey Lee. Garcia back to work.
Got to keep things airtight defensively right here. On your toes, ready to make a play. If you can get this to the 9th with a 3-run lead, it should be a W.
Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Jeff Hoffman up and throwing. Green warming up as well. Connect on the curveball, struck him out.
That's a pretty nasty pitch right there. I'd call it a power curveball in the 80s. It's got so much spin on it, and you really don't have a lot of time to sit back and watch what it's going to do before you have to commit. It was a good one for the swinging strikeout.
Here's Mike Tauchman. Just missed. The White Sox trailing by 3 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning.
One more time.
Check swing, called strike. Fights that one away, still 1-2. That one almost got him.
2 strikes.
Hit in the air out to center field. Lucas. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, center fielder
Luis Robert now.
Luis Robert Jr.
Went with the sweeper, but it misses. And another ball. That one the other way. Hauls it in to end the inning. Down in order go the White Sox. And can't cut into that 6-3 deficit. The White Sox going with a new arm, Tyler Gilbert.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Tyler Gilbert.
At the plate, Bo Bichette.
Shortstop, Bo Bichette.
Swing and a high fly ball. That's out to center. Robert makes the grab, 1 away.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Anthony Santander next up for the Blue Jays.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely, try to hit the ball out of the park, do what he loves to do.
Oh, he doesn't get the call. And that's ball 1. Activity in the pen for the White Sox. Jared Schuster, the left-hander, up and throwing. One down, base is empty. That's in there. And that is strike 1. And there's
2
a ball.
balls, 1 strike.
On the ground, out to short. Baldwin fires across the diamond. Play is made, 2 out.
Now batting, the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. next up for the Blue Jays. And that one sliced foul. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the ninth. Swings through that one for strike 2.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Ground ball to the right side, and it goes just foul. Hit on the ground to short, Baldwin. And the inning is over. No runs, no hits, no errors. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Blue Jays 6 and the White Sox 3. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Jeff Hoffman.
Now pitching
I
for
think
Toronto.
closer has to be one of the toughest
Number
jobs in
23.
baseball, and we see a pretty high
Jeff
turnover
Hoffman.
rate because of it. Every outing seems to be high pressure, this one included.
And leading
We'll see if
off
he
for
can
the
wrap
White
up the
Sox,
win and get himself a
left
save.
fielder,
3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. Benintendi to the plate. First pitch doesn't find the zone. And another ball.
No.
Right now, behind in the count, 2 balls and no strikes. No free passes. You can't allow that.
And delivers outside. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at-bat turns out.
Nope.
That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
They're not ready to go home quite yet.
Up next for the White Sox.
Man at first,
First
nobody
baseman,
out. Now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox,
Vaughn.
Andrew Vaughn.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
That one inside, and it's 1-0.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Next pitch in for a strike, and it's 1-1. Benintendi on at first, nobody out. Fastball in for a strike, and the count 1-2.
Just amazing to me how many closers and back-end relievers just throw absolute gas these days. I never would have had a chance.
That just misses, and the count's even at 2. Swing and a pop-up. Jimenez. And puts the squeeze on that one. And there's 1 down.
Well, that's a frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter right there. I mean, that pitch was right down the middle. I think he got a little too excited, came out of his mechanics, and instead of driving that ball somewhere, he popped it up. Unfortunate for him.
Rojas, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. The Blue Jays trying to close out a 3-run lead. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. That one misses, and the count is 1-1.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
There's a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at-bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The Jays leading by 3 here in the last half of inning number 9. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. White Sox down to their final out.
Well, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that pitch, he's going to want to punch himself. That slider had hit me written all over it, and clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
White Sox down to their final out. Lenny Sosa steps to the plate for the White Sox. A little bit low. Ball 1. Two outs. Swinging a foul straight back. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
1 strike away. Check swing. Tried to hold up. Now an appeal to first.